We got a wonderful show today. Top 10 EDM countdown show. We have Jill Tirrell, who's going to be our special guest. She's been on the show many times.
Yeah.
And she always credits our show as the first time she did a formal radio interview. So
Yeah.
it's always good to have someone who come back after they've done it many times. She's been on many interviews, but we were always the first, so we're a little special.
Yeah.
And she's going to be talking about her new track, Light It Up. Very special song, very dear to her heart. It's dedicated to all children with autism. So there's definitely a special significance to that track, and we'll have her talk about it in detail in just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I want to give her a shout out there. And we'll be also playing her track as well later on the show after the interview. She'll be joining us live, so it'll be great to have her here.
We got a caller.
Hi, this is Jill.
Hey, Jill.
What's up, you guys?
We good?
Hey, Jill Tirrell, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Thank you for hanging out with us. Always a pleasure to have you here. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I haven't watched the Olympics yet either, but I'm following some stories. Like, did you hear about that one guy that gives his father the middle finger every time before he swims? Did you hear about that guy?
I did read about that, and at first I thought it was some sort of joke, but it is something that really helps him succeed. It's something that reminds him of his competitive nature. So
It was so endearing, the story. Like, the other day, someone said to me, I know we're really close when you're comfortable enough to give me the finger, and I'm like, give you the finger? Like, why would I ever do that? That's horrible. No, it's like a sign of, like, love and endearment. And so I read this story, and I really liked the story because basically, like, the kid, when he was younger, he was smaller than everybody else, all the other swimmers, and he was not winning any swim meets, and his dad just said, just go out there and say F it. And, let me know what you're thinking that, and give me the finger, and I'll give it to you back, and we'll just say F it. And then he just started winning all of his swim meets. And so now he does that all the time. But, like, now since the cameras are on him, he can't really just give the finger, so he has to, like, find a way to, like, itch his nose or do something.
I find that so cool that it doesn't matter what it is that you do, either if you do something competitively or if there's something that, any way to psych you out, any way to get you to concentrate. It's amazing the power that has over you,
Yeah, it gave me, like, a whole different way of seeing it. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Go on stage, like, be giving everyone the finger. F it! Let's go, right?
I think it's a great way to get away with it. So,
Yeah.
That's my Olympic story.
But the Olympics has always been a lot of fun. Always great stories that come out of that. And that being said, as a great segue to that, since the Olympics is all about the torch and the cauldron and lighting up the future and moving on to doing some wonderful things, you are doing something really, really awesome right now. You have a new single that's out called Light It Up. And you've been kind of making your rounds and talking to everybody about that. But it's a very special song and it has a very special meaning. And let everybody know about this track and what it means to you, what it's all about.
Light It Up is a song that I wrote about autism awareness and acceptance. And it was something that was in my heart for a while to do. And, I feel like I've worked really hard to build the platform that I had, for the past couple of years. I've been, like, promoting, and so I decided this is a good time. I have a lot of people who are so supportive of me, and I really wanted to do this just to bring awareness to autism. It's a cause that's, near to my heart, and so that's what we did. And, I got together with Todd Terry, who is my guy, my producer, who I always go to. He never, ever lets me down. And we made the song, and I got together with this absolutely amazing award-winning producer director named Judy San Roman. She does feature films, and I told her what I wanted to do, and she really believed in the whole project. So she got behind it, and she produced and directed it. And a man named Andrew Henriquez, who's cinematographer, did all the cinematography for the video. So I feel like the team that was put together was just as passionate as I was about the project, and we did it. And, you know, the single is out. There are a few mixes, but the thing that I love, and I wanted to come out even before, you know, anything on iTunes or anything. Normally I would put it out on iTunes first and then follow up with a video. I wanted the video first because, you know, we had all these children involved who are on and off the autism spectrum, and it was just such a labor of love for everyone. And so I really wanted that visual to be what came out first. So the video's on Vivo and YouTube, so I hope everyone can check it out and share it if you feel motivated to, and help me spread some awareness.
Most definitely. We have, of course, included the video on our Twitter feeds and social media, and we played the song here on the show, and we'll play it later on after the interview. And tell us a little bit more about this video and how the idea came to you about putting this together. I really love the idea that it has the children in it, and it really has a wonderful positive message.
I mean, I work with children. It's something that I do, all different kinds of children. So I knew that I wanted children to be included. That was just my vision. And I wanted a message to be put forth more than just what I was saying lyrically. So all of the kids who are in it have signs that say different types of things, you know, like always assume intelligence, or one child holds a sign that says there's all different children in the world, and they're like flowers, and they make up a beautiful garden. And one child holds a sign that says, you know, children with autism are very observant. They observe everything, including your attitude towards them. So I really tried to handpick this. I did handpick the things that were said and the message that was going to be put forth. And these kids were great. Some of them are little actors and actresses, and they were fantastic. And we had a really long day from morning till night of shooting, and they were out there with me. We did it on Long Island, and we had some fun stuff. You know, we had cupcakes and the pool and the trampoline, but that's a long day for kids to be out there and doing takes and stuff like that. And everyone was such a trooper, and really, I'm just so proud of what we came up with. But I wanted to do it because I work with kids, and I'm also a mom, and I've been through some things with my son. And, you know, my son had some issues when he was little. And just as a parent of someone who, you know, like if you're a parent or you are responsible taking care of a child who needs you in some way and who can't do it for themselves, you become that child's greatest advocate. I was my son's biggest advocate in fighting for what I thought he needed. And sometimes it really is a fight. So, you know, I think that there are certain people who come along your path who help you, and you know, it's overwhelming in the beginning, and they help you and they point you in the right directions. They're like angels, like, well, try this, or how about this resource? But I think, you know, you have the most success when the community you're in is aware of all different types of people, and all different types of people are included and involved in that community. And there's not just awareness, but acceptance of all different kinds of people. And I think that's really important for children, adults, everyone. So that's kind of the message that I'm trying to spread.
That's wonderful, wonderful things. And I really agree with most of what you said, or probably all of what you said, especially with the fact that as an artist, you are able to reach a lot of people, and not only with the music that you do where you can make people dance and have a good time, but now you're kind of leading in the direction where you are sending a message with the music that you are creating and working with. And I know that I was on Facebook and I saw that you had a Facebook Live event relating towards this. What was that all about?
That was really cool. I had never done Facebook Live before. And my friend Jack, who's become my really good friend through this whole project, he is the inventor of these things called friendship lights. And they existed long before I started thinking about doing this video. And he basically had this dream to create lights that could be passed from one person to another and, like light up the world in friendship and love. And this guy is from New York. He goes out, he puts them on the streets of New York. He gives talks about them. He goes into schools. He's just has such a wonderful heart in trying to spread something positive. And that really resonated with me. So when I wanted to do this, when I wrote and made this song called Light It Up, one of the first people I called was Jack, and I said, listen, I'm aware of your friendship lights, and I really am behind that whole mission, and I'm wondering if you mind if we include them in the video. Would that be cool with you? So not only did he say yes, but he made them for all the kids. He donated all of them. So his father happened to be opening a new pizzeria in Brooklyn. Doesn't take much to get me to a pizzeria in Brooklyn, right? So I went there, and Jack and I did a live Facebook feed, and we gave away some friendship lights and some autographs and some music to the people who have shared the video from my music page, and it was really cool. Have you ever done Facebook Live before? You could see like when people are on and when they're liking it and the comments. You see it live. So that for me, like I love Facebook and that whole aspect of Facebook where you can communicate with people, but this was like taking the communication to like another level because it was live.
Yeah, Facebook Live is amazing. That is so cool what you did. I got a chance to take a peek at it while you were doing it, and I thought it was great because it takes some of these types of works and things that people do to a kind of a new level. When you do a contest that you're like Facebook Live, everybody's tuning in and they want to see if they won. It's really cool. I have a lot of artists who have done it. DJ Rio Lopez, when he's doing his show live, you can either listen to it or you can watch him as he's DJing. So Facebook Live is great, and it's a great thing that you did. You kind of incorporated social media and a contest together, which I think is super, super amazing.
It was so cool. I was worried. I said, Jack, should we what exactly are we going to do? He's like, we're going to give this stuff away. I'm like, oh no, but should we have like an Impractical Jokers moment or like do something to like that's entertaining? I'm always worried. Like I feel like I have put a lot of pressure on myself to put forth a good image and be entertaining and do what people want, right? So I'm like, shouldn't we do something like kind of funny or fun? He's like, no, watch, it's going to be great. And there were over 1,700 people on with me. Like that was really cool. I'm thinking like, maybe like 20 people are going to watch. The numbers were really great. It was very overwhelmingly cool.
Wonderful. And if you can get that information for that pizzeria in Brooklyn, please hand it over to me so I can go ahead and check it out. I love me some
Frank Napoli on Bay Parkway, right? Bay Parkway? In Bensonhurst. It was good. Frank Napoli. And the spinach pie was fantastic. It was my favorite.
Excellent. Now, Light It Up is the single that you're working on right now, but you've been doing so much promotion. You've been doing so much work. What's going on right now? Anything you could talk about? What is it that you would kind of have going on right now? Are you going to be doing some more shows? Are you going to be pushing Light It Up? What are you working on?
If anyone knows me, they know that I have a plan. So yes, there's definitely a plan in action. I'm not doing so many shows because I'm trying to focus on more of a message rather than like putting myself out there. I put myself out there online, and I'll do a show here and there. A couple big ones coming up, but I can't say anything yet. But I have such big, exciting, big major news revolving around Light It Up, and I feel so, I feel blessed and fortunate and so happy about the people who are supporting what I'm trying to do. They're big time players, and I'm really excited. And I'll put it up there, Chulo. I'll put it up on Facebook once I can say something.
No, that's excellent. What we wanted to know is just what, if you are doing something, which we obviously did, but that's great. I think that the public is going to be really excited about that. You have a very positive message here, and many, many people can relate. So it looks like it's going to be a success through and through, and that is what it's all about. Once again, let people know where they can purchase a song, because it is available, And once again, give them some clues on how they can catch this video because it's really, really well worth it.
Okay, thanks for asking. It is available worldwide. It's on iTunes and Amazon and all of those, but and that's great. But my focus, really, within my heart, is check it out on Vivo. Go on YouTube, search Jill Tirrell, light it up. It's there. Share the video. Tell somebody. Like, that's more important to me than buying the music. This isn't something that I did. I mean, I never really do anything for the money. I know it's important. The label requires it, that I make stuff that sells, but I do this because this is what I love to do. I'm going to do it whether or not anybody buys it. It's nice that everyone's backing me and supporting this and sharing it, and that's what would make me feel so happy if everyone did. So check it out on YouTube or Vivo. Light it up.
And we will definitely be playing the track right after this interview is over, and including the link on our Back to the Beat Twitter to let everybody know to check out that video. It's totally well worth it.
And it's already
Jill,
it's already on Extreme Mix Radio rotation. So
there you
nice.
go.
Thanks,
and
you're welcome.
Before you go, last thing is, of course, how can you be reached? I mean, we have a lot of people that tune into the show and folks that want to kind of follow you. So make it real easy for them. How can the fans keep track of what you're up to? Because I know you got some big news coming up soon.
JillTirrell.com is where all my videos are, and Facebook.com/Jill Tirrell Music. Find me, like it, write me a note, I'll write you back.
So, folks, don't go ahead and follow Jill. Make sure you keep track of what she's up to. Please check that video out. Light it up. It's a beautiful video. I've seen it a couple of times.
It is.
And my sister loves it. She works with autistic children or children on the autistic spectrum, and she loved it. So
I'm glad. That means a lot to me, and I want to thank you guys for having me. You have always been, some of my favorites because you were the first show I was ever on, and that's always going to mean a lot to me. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. People are hitting me up on Facebook, Victor and Terry Lou and everybody that hits me up and keeps listening and supporting me, Maria and Gail and Beto and AC Vegas. I want to say thank you so much to everyone.
yes, thank you to all the fans, all the folks, and thank you to you, Jill. You're welcome here anytime.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you hanging out with us, and much success to you. And folks, we're going to be playing that song right after we say goodbye. Thank you, Jill, once again.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Take care.
Wonderful song with a great positive message. Thank you once again, Jill Tirrell. Always fun hanging out with her.
That's right.
And even better when it concerns a great message and a wonderful song like this one. And we will be keeping an eye on what she has coming up. She got a big project coming up with the song, and we're really looking forward to seeing what that is all about.
Definitely.
New music on Extreme Mix Radio.